That tune means it's time for our fingers to take a walk. And in this song, each finger will have its own special walk. Thumb will move slowly along like a fat little pig. Pointer will go hop, hop, hoppeting, and each of the other fingers will have their own special walk.
Greetings, everybody! It is Bankai Ace here, and I am here to do a special video that entails me talking about the seasonal anime that I have watched and what the ones that I liked best out of all of them in a top 5 scheme. And the reason why I wasn't able to make any more videos after my last video is because of a whole lot of software difficulties. I've been trying all sorts of different video recording software, especially even the one that I used to use the most started to just give problems, and I don't know, just so much trouble. And alternatives, no matter how much alternatives I tried, they just weren't doing it. So as long as these ones can hold up better, then yeah. But aside from all that, I am doing this special video so that I can hopefully get back into the groove and my software can actually agree with me. But anyway, so in this special video, I will be talking about this seasonal anime that I watched, and they are as follows: JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Magi the Labyrinth of Magic, Psychopaths, and the winter anime. Those are the fall anime. The winter anime that I watched were Zettai Karen Children, The Unlimited, Hyobu Kyosuke, Bakumatsu Gijin, then Roman, Kotoro-san, and that's it from the... that's it. Kotoro-san from the winter. And finally, it's the one from way before all of these is Naruto SD, Rock Lee Springtime of Youth, and we shall be getting into that later. So what I'll be doing is just talking about what I thought of each of these different anime. So first off, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It was truly great anime. The way they animated from the manga, absolutely superb. Part 1 and Part 2, especially Part 2, superb. They did an excellent job, and I really enjoyed the anime. Even though I haven't really gone that far in the manga, I really enjoyed how the anime just did everything. So hopefully there will be a season 2, and it'll be next fall. Really hope so, especially coming back with shows like season 2 K and season 2 Batum. I hope so. But other than that, next up is Magi, Labyrinth of Magic. Now, I would give this high praise, but it's because of the latter episodes in the 20s when they really started to change out the plots and everything in order to actually end the anime season. That's the only thing that really ruined it. The way they were doing it before, adapting it from the manga, it was going really well, and I was even making reviews of it, but I stopped when I started to see some changes that were just strange. I stopped reviewing the anime. So what I'll be doing later on is continue reviewing the manga, which I fell off of doing for a long time, along with reviewing other stuff. So Magi, overall, it aside from the ending, how the season ended, it was really good. They did it real well, and season 2 has been declared, and I think it's next fall. I'm not sure, but that's it for Magi. Next up is Psychopaths. Psychopaths caught me by surprise. Psychopaths is anime, a crime anime, mystery, action, a little bit of adventure, but not really, because there are many They're mainly in their city, the city run by the Sibyl system for the longest time until the end. It was only to the end of the season where we actually got a different place, the final episodes. But aside from that, what I saw with this anime is that it seemed like a really nice combination of Ghost in the Shell and Cowboy Bebop, especially the art style and the animation throughout. Wow, the budget for this show was high, I can tell you, and it was crazy. Funimation did a great job, and whoever else animated this, great job. Psychopaths, and the story itself, the characters, everything. It was really surprising how good it was. I really enjoyed Psychopaths a lot. I'll get back into that later. Now, next up is for the winter lineup, Bakumatsu Gijinden Roman. Oh yeah. Made by the same author who made Lupin the Third. I enjoyed that anime when it used to air on Adult Swim, and the way they did this anime, really awesome. I enjoyed it from top to bottom. The anime was just really entertaining, fun. It was good. It was just good. But we'll get back into that later on. Next up is Zettai Current Children, the Unlimited Hyobu Kyosuke. Right. Now this anime was about espers, and that caught my attention. And then episode 1 with the action, it was insane with what Hyobu was doing to all those soldiers, and then the actual series progressing, it was crazy. All about the espers and their fight against humans called normals, and the whole prophecy of the espers using their power against the humans, and all that sort of craziness, which revolved around the main plot of the series. So overall, I enjoyed pretty much the entire series. It was a really good action series. Action, adventure, the graphics, the animation was good, awesome. The different abilities of the espers, really good, and even the flashback with Hyobu and everybody else, pretty damn good. So I enjoyed that. Next up is Kotora-san, the revered Kotora-san, which was loved from what happened in episode 1, which blew me away as well. Wow, it was dramatic to the max with the tragedy that happened with Kotora and her mother in episode 1, but then it all picked up. It started to become from negative to positive the minute Manabe stepped into the scene, and that's where the entire series just started to flow with everything. It was a good romance comedy, a little bit of action, but the action was pretty good. But it was primarily romance, comedy, school life, yeah, slice of life, yeah, all of those different genres. Not typical in the thing I watched, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. So that's it for Kotora-san. And next up is Naruto SD, Rock Lee Springtime of Youth, the anime. There is a manga for this too, so if people want to check it out, check out the manga if you want, more canon material. But what they did with the episodes is that they were mainly filler. There was just a whole lot of filler episodes where they just chucked in the canon episodes from the manga here and there. But overall, the series was meant to be comedic entertainment, but it had a whole lot of other things that just brought back your fandom to well, in my case, why I love Naruto in the first place, especially with it being centered around my favorite Naruto character in the series, Rock Lee, and his team Guy Sensei, Tenten, and Neji, yeah. But in the anime, oh man, and the series overall, poor Neji. That's all I gotta say. So those are the seasonal anime that I've watched. Now, top 5, and how this is gonna go. First, I'm gonna rate it the top 5 based on how the final episodes of the season of anime ended, and then next I'm gonna rate the top 5 overall of what the ones that I enjoyed the most. So number 5, Kotora-san. Kotora-san is my fifth placement for the reasons that it was a really good anime from beginning to end, and the final episode didn't disappoint at all. It managed to wrap up everything with the tragedy and the romance aspects, primarily between Manabe and Kotora, their relationship that was made official, and Kotora and her mother, where they finally cleared up what was going on between them, why their relationship was horrible from episode 1, where Kotora's mother, the truth is that she couldn't do anything about her daughter having the special power. She felt weak, so she had to put on that facade that she wasn't she didn't want Kotora to be born. So that was a surprise, but it was really good. So they did the final episode really, really well, and overall I enjoyed the series. Now number 4 on my list is going to be JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Why? Because, oh man, episode 12, holy crap, the way they did this, the way they did the final episode was just insanely awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was so awesome. The fight between JoJo and Cars, oh damn, how that ended. And Cars, what a villain. What a villain. He became immortal, and yet somehow, someway, Joseph managed to beat him and send him into space, where he was frozen and turned into a solid sculpture to wander space for all eternity. Wow. This one, compared to part 1, wow, it's much better than part 1, but still it owes a lot to part 1 because it was just awesome. So that's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for number 4. Number 3 is going to be Psycho-Pass. Number 3 is Psycho-Pass, and it is number 3. Why? Wow, the final episode. It's funny, isn't it? How in the end that you would think that Makishima was really the main antagonist in the series, but if you look at it carefully, that wasn't really the case. It was more so the Sybil system. The Sybil system, man-made, artificial, run by what seemed like human brains or something. It's crazy. And the Sybil system is technically corrupt because in order to preserve the so-called perfect system, it has people futures being decided. It judges people based on their mental state and their psyche and all that sort of stuff. But at the same time, you see Makishima basically going against all of this, along with all the other antagonists that he teamed up with. So when you look at it, Makishima and Makishima's goal, it wasn't really such that it was evil against against the main protagonist. You can say that he was just trying to find freedom from the corrupt Sybil system, which we saw in the later episode, especially the last episode. But man, the last episode where Kogami caught up to him, and the craziness with Tsunemori being thrown off that truck, wow. And then he was chasing down Makishima was being chased by Kogami, and when he finally caught up to him, and the little talk that they had before Kogami shot him with that pistol, oh damn. And the fact that basically the Sybil system won in the end, and the Sybil system, I say, is the main antagonist, surprisingly. So it was a really deep, and I felt it for Makishima more than everybody else. But though at the same time, I did feel it for Ginzo's father as well. So that's for Psycho-Pass number 3. Number 2 is Bakumatsu Gijinden Roman. Why is that? Oh man, I swear this anime was awesomely done. And the final episode was amazing. It was amazing how they did it. The fight between Roman and the evil general guy. Oh damn, that fight was crazy. And the way the general guy was handling Roman, especially grabbing him with his metal Gatling gun arm and just shooting him. Damn, that was insane. Wow. And then the final fight, the final clash where he transformed into his full cyborg state of half tank. He was like a powerhouse fighting against him on the burning ship. But because Roman got his little power-up kiss from Oyuki, oh yeah, yep, he managed to put up an epic fight against him, even to the point where his armor broke, and he kept going, he kept going in his underwear. And he actually broke the guy's metal arm and sent him way down to the ship, where he was blasted into pieces. And wow, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy how it happened. The ending, the final episode, awesome. I loved it. Now, what could top Bakumatsu Gijin and Roman? Let's see now. Will this be a surprise? Nope. Naruto SD, Rock Lee's Springtime of Youth. Oh, damn. The final episode caught me off guard. It caught me off guard completely. I was just enjoying the series as it was, but the final episode, they literally said that they were going in because it was the final episode, and they went in. You guys have to check out the final episode to see what I'm talking about. It's gonna be one of the best Naruto experiences. For the first 15 minutes, one of the best Naruto experiences I've ever seen. Oh my goodness, it was insane. Wow, I was shocked how they did it, and I just remembering it is just wow. I was blown away. I loved it. Number one earned properly on my list. No said. You guys have to check it out to see what I'm talking about. But I'll be showing a little bit of that in my later announcement. So next up is going to be my top 5 rating for the seasonal anime series that I enjoyed overall. Here we go. And at number 5 is going to be Zettai Karen Children, the Unlimited Hyobu Kyosuke. Overall, I enjoyed the series very, very much. It was a good sci-fi action adventure. There was a little bit of comedy in it, and it was great. It was a great series overall. It was just fantastic. I enjoyed it very much, and hopefully they continue the series, and I'm looking forward to any more that, well, not necessarily this series, but the Zettai Karen Children series overall. So I hope to see more later on, and that is for number 5, the Unlimited Hyobu Kyosuke. Next up is gonna be number 4. Number 4 is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Wow. It was good. It was great. And it's at number 4 for only a particular reason, where it was a great, enjoyable series. It was really awesome. It was awesome, super awesome. It was good. They did it well from the manga, really well. I loved it. The only thing I'd say about it was that, well, the censoring was alright. The censoring was more than acceptable. I don't really know anything to say about this. Well, there were some scenes where stuff was dragged out a bit unnecessarily, but it was alright. I didn't mind it so much. So, at number 4, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure 2012. I loved it. Next up is going to be Psycho-Pass. Psycho-Pass was just deep and intellectual with how it was done, as well as having a great animation, great action, great character progression of especially Tsunemori, from this little innocent girl to a full-blown detective. Wow. The depth of how especially Mikishima was doing all of his deeds, where he was just basically trying to be free from the civil system and such. And overall, I was really surprised by how well Psycho-Pass was. As everybody was saying how good it was, I was skeptical, but until I saw it for myself, especially to the final episode, wow, I was blown away. So Psycho-Pass definitely deserves number 3 on my list. Number 2, well, here we go. Bakumatsu Gijinden Roman. Overall, a very entertaining, exciting, amazing series. I love it. AC level greatness right there. And I'm not surprised because the author was the one who did Lupin the Third, and that's a great classic. So the way they did this, I loved it. Roman is a great main character. He was great. He's great. So, what caught me off guard was how they were doing the episode. It seemed like there was no real story from the beginning. It was just going on with a little bit of what seemed filler-ish, where they were just doing some daily stuff or just little adventures and such, until the later episodes, like episodes 6 and 7. There you see a dramatic change in pace, where you start seeing everything getting dramatic, where you have Roman's backstory of how he couldn't save Oyuki when she was a child, and that he made it his goal to help people because he couldn't help her back then so well. Overall, the series was just filled with everything that I enjoyed, and I loved it. Bakumatsu Gijinden Roman, that's the stuff. If they could do any more like that from the same author, I would gladly enjoy it. Glad to watch and gladly enjoy it. So, number 2 is Bakumatsu Gijinden Roman. Check all these anime out, people. They are really good if you haven't. So, what is number 1? Naruto XD Rock Lee Springtime of Youth. I am only biased towards it, mainly because it's centered around Rock Lee and his team, but that's not really the only reason. Overall, this is a really good series. It may not be serious Naruto stuff that people like, or the Naruto Shippuden stuff, or the drama from all the Naruto anything base, but the way they did this series, the spin-off, I loved it. Great action, great comedic action, great comedy, great, fan service was actually there. Be surprised, there was a little bit of fan service, even though they're chibi. There's fan service there. The animation at times was really good, especially the last episode. They blew the animation out of proportion on that last episode, and you'll have to check it out to see what I mean. And overall, this is a really great series. If you want to take a break from all the seriousness of Naruto, check out this series. You're not gonna regret it. You're not gonna regret it, really. You're not gonna regret it. It's an enjoyable series, and now I'm going to be making a new announcement of what I want to do for coming back. What I'm going to do now is say that I have made myself a new intro that I'll be showing right now, so you guys can tell me what you think about it. Tell me if it's too long or whatever. Give your thoughts and comments on it. And here it is. So, what did you think of my intro? I know it was long, but if you can at least admit that the scenes that I used were pretty decent, and I should not get any copyright strikes or anything, because the scenes, the way I use them, I use a mixture of the software that I use to make my videos, Camtasia. I use that to make the entire thing. I used Camtasia to make this intro, and I have to admit, I outdid myself this time. Compared to my last one, I outdid myself. I liked it. I really love this intro. So tell me what you guys think about it, and that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching and tuning in, and I hopefully do my next reviews for the late One Piece and Bleach reviews coming up soon. I'm gonna see if I can do it today. So that's it for me. Bankai is here, and I will see everybody later. Take care and keep on acing.